we are very thankful that you have all come here today for a very exciting moment. We are celebrating the groundbreaking of our new expanded Medina manufacturing facility. And it's very exciting, I think, for a lot of us. And I wanted to share some of the numbers that kind of paint the picture of the scope, the scale, some of the impact and the milestones of this. So this is a $45 million investment by Carlisle companies. And I'm very appreciative that my boss, CEO Chris Koch, and the board of directors had the trust, the faith, and the belief that we were going to make good on this investment and believed in us to do it. And so that's where it got started. And what we're doing is almost doubling this facility. So we're gonna add roughly 160,000 square feet, and we are going to be adding roughly 70 to 80 employees. Hopefully that continues to grow, and that's $3 million of payroll that we're bringing here, which I think is a really good sign of what we've done, what we've accomplished together. And while those numbers are impressive, there is one more number I think that's relevant here, and that is 100. So 2017 marks the 100th year anniversary for Carlisle. And Brake and Friction, the division that is represented here, has a very deep and rich part of that 100-year history. We made the transmission linings on the Model T Ford. We go back to the 1920s with that product. In the 30s, we made the first brake for the Goodyear aircraft wheel system. So as you can see, this company, the products, the people go back in terms of some of the most important innovations and equipment that made America what it is today. So we're very proud of our history. We're proud that we're an American company, that we make products in the U.S. and we deliver those around the world. We're very global. Over 50% of our sales is actually outside the United States. But we're deeply rooted here in the United States, and as you can see, we're continuing to invest in that. And so we're also proud that we have an immense amount of contribution to the U.S. military too. So products that are made in this very factory you can find on the M1 Abrams tank, on the Black Hawk and Apache helicopter, and on the C-130 transport aircraft. In fact, Kevin Kemp, who's one of our manufacturing managers here, is telling me about a new product we just got in to help launch the new aircraft carrier, and we're handcrafting this product for the Navy. So this is got a lot of history, and we're continuing to build history every day, and it's very exciting, and I'm very proud and glad to be part of it. This expansion is also an investment in the future of Northeast Ohio. So we've been here for a long time. This plant was 1963 is when this plant started, and our global headquarters is in Solon, Ohio. And so Northeast Ohio has been a key part in our success and has been very good to us. And so that's something that we're also very proud of, that we're able to continue to invest in this area, not just in Carlisle, but the community itself. So the 70 new employees that are coming on board, some of them I actually have met today, which was exciting. They're joining a great team. They're joining a very bright future and a very rich and proud history. And so I think it's something that we are glad that we're going to be expanding the team here and adding to that legacy. So in a few minutes, we're going to put on our hard hats and we're going to grab our shovels and we're going to celebrate the groundbreaking. And we've got a lot of shovels here, but really, as I think about it, there aren't enough shovels in Ohio to give to all the people that contributed to this. First of all, our 1,600 plus employees of Break and Friction. Without your hard work, without your commitment to Carlisle and our customers, this wouldn't happen. And whether you work here at Medina, or you're in Solon, or you're in Italy, or Wales, Japan, China, you guys are all part of what has been a very successful journey here with Carlisle, and very thankful for your hard work and support. We haven't been alone. We have had a tremendous amount of support from the city of Medina, Medina County, and the state of Ohio. And without your support, without your pro-growth initiatives, without the things that you and your teams have provided us, this wouldn't happen. Because we believe that this is a place to continue to build, and it has rich soil, and it's some place that we know that we can be successful, we can be competitive around the world. And you can't say that about all regions within the country or the world. And so it's something that I think we should all be proud of. And I'm very thankful for all the support that we've gotten here every day, but especially with this project. And with that, I want to introduce Kimberly Marshall, Economic Development Director of City of Medina, who's been very helpful. And she's going to speak about some of the honored individuals we have here today and the team that's really helped us in the local and state government and the programs here. Kimberly?
Thank you, Ted, for your kind remarks. Thank you also for your leadership, your service to our country, and your commitment to the city with your decision to keep and grow Carlisle Break and Friction in Medina. I've been with the city of Medina for a little over 6 years now, and in that time I have worked on many projects of all types and sizes. My economic development colleagues here today will agree that no two projects are the same. They are each unique in many ways. So what makes this project so unique? As economic developers, we tend to be very competitive and we do not like to lose. With this project, we were in competition with 2 other states. So this is a big win for the city of Medina, the county, and the state. I would like to thank Bethany Dentler from the Medina County Economic Development Corporation and Stephanie Mercado from Team Neo Jobs Ohio for their help with the incentive package to retain and grow the company here. It's this type of collaboration that makes great things in our region happen. So the other thing that makes this project so special is the company's 100-year anniversary. The timing of this project could not be any better because in 2018, when this project is complete, the city will also be celebrating their 200th year anniversary. Yes, that's correct. Our bicentennial is in 2018. So Ted, I hope you will get to spend some time with us in Medina next year because we have lots of events, parties, and fun planned all year long. So thank you and your entire project team for this pre-bicentennial gift. We are truly grateful. I'm going to introduce each elected official. They all have brief comments and commendations. So Ted, you'll probably need to come back up because you're going to have a lot of paperwork to carry back to your office. But at this time, I would like to introduce the leader of our city, a man that I have the privilege and honor of working alongside every day to make Medina's economy grow and prosper. Ladies and gentlemen, our Mayor Dennis Hanwell.
Thank you, Kimberly. It's my honor to be here with you today, and we're very excited. As Kimberly said, we've worked a while to get this project to fruition. In fact, we were in competition with a couple other states for it, and the city, the county, the investment in the industrial roads, the fiber right out at the street, and just the pro-business model that we've put together, I think is, I am sure is what put us ahead and brought this project here. Before I get too far, though, I'd like to recognize some of the other city officials that are here. Council at Large Paul Rose is with us here today. Jonathan is our Community Development Director, Jonathan Mendel. Keith Durham is our Finance Director, standing on the left there. The fellow with the video camera is Jared from our cable office. He does a good job of documenting these events for us, which we can then share with the company. Barbara Deser is with our Economic Development Department. I've lost her. There she is. Thank you, Barbara. And Sergeant Markham from our Police Department is off to my left, your right in the back. And also joining us is our County Auditor, Mike Kovac. I'd also like to mention the Chamber Executive, Jacqueline Rinksmeyer, and Main Street Medina, Jeremy, off to the right standing there. And what the city does is collaboration with the county, collaboration with the state, and collaboration with Main Street Medina and the Chamber, because we're all working together and pushing in the same direction to make Medina the best place it can be. And it's because of these folks that's possible. So I told you about the competition. I'd just like to personally thank Ted and the corporation for their investment in the Medina community, for the number of jobs created, as well as for being here for over 50 years and supporting our community, creating job opportunities for many of you and many more in the future. 50 years in the city, 100 years overall, something to be very proud of. And Ted, if you can come up. Generally, I know Senator Larry Obhoff is here, and he will have a presentation, but usually our local representative, Steve Hambley, also attends, and his schedule did not permit him to appear today, but he did provide a resolution from the State of Ohio House of Representatives, and I'm just going to read a brief part of it. And it says, recognition of this special occasion is fitting, for the Carlisle Brake and Friction Company has worked diligently to fill its unique niche in the community and has had a positive impact on the local economy. Great care and considerable resources have been invested in this notable enterprise, and it appears certain that this exemplary business endeavor will thrive and flourish for a long time to come. The development of Carlisle Brake and Friction's new expansion can be attributed to the vision and foresight of a host of innovative individuals. All of those who have been involved with its groundbreaking are to be applauded on their tremendous efforts, for they represent a lasting dedication to the Medina area and the well-being of its residents. Clearly, this fine venture is deserving of applause. And I present this on behalf of the House.
Next on the agenda is Medina County Commissioner Bill Hudson, our newest commissioner.
Thank you, Kimberly. You know, there's a lot of folks that when you talk about friction, think it's a bad thing. I have a feeling these guys think it's a very good thing. You know, Ted, when he was up here in his comments, spoke about trust, faith, and belief that his board had in him and his team to make this facility productive and to bring it to Medina County. I'd like to thank Ted and his board for having trust, faith, and belief in Medina County, and the confidence to invest in Medina County and to create a facility that's going to employ 70 to 80 additional folks here in Medina County and keep Medina County a great place to live. So with that, congratulations on your 100th, and thank you. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Thomas Queen, Community Relations for Congressman Jim Renacci.
My name is Thomas Queen, and it's my privilege to be here on behalf of Congressman Jim Renacci, who is keenly aware of the growth that's happening through I want to congratulate on behalf of him, both Kimberly and Bethany, for a victory here in bringing this to the area and bringing the jobs, the investment, the tax base. It's all good. Congratulations and thank you very much. When one looks at and asks questions about Carlisle, the first things people always say over and over again is high performance and severe duty. And when one looks at these machines and when you realize where these machines operate throughout the world, you realize Carlisle is a leader in technology and innovation in their industry. And they are breaking solutions for the world's harshest environments and demands in mining, construction, military, ag, aerospace, and motorsports. And it's my understanding that this factory is going to be making parts that are going to be mostly going into mining. But I can tell you that Congressman Menasee has been a strong advocate for growth in infrastructure. And I know that the president is soon to be at the Congressman's urging and many others to be introducing a very, very large infrastructure bill. So I would imagine that there's going to be some trickle down to Carlisle in the near future for that. Also, as we saw in the first couple of weeks of this administration, there were miners with hard hats on in the Oval Office. So there's a turn and a new type of attitude about infrastructure, mining, and I think you're going to see an enormous amount of growth in the future, and we're very pleased for that. When you look at a minimum of 70 plus jobs, $3 million increase in payroll, we are keenly aware that you could have taken that elsewhere. And we want to say on behalf of Medina City, the county, the state of Ohio, the 16th District of Ohio, thank you very, very much on behalf of Congressman Menasee. I have a certificate from the congressman. He'd like to give this to you. It's United States Representative Jim Menasee Certificate of Special Recognition is hereby awarded to Carlisle Brake and Friction Incorporated. Congratulations on your 2017 groundbreaking and expansion project. Jim Menasee, Member of Congress, 16th District of Ohio.
We get that infrastructure bill signed tomorrow. I can double the job.
Going on the fast track, Tom. I like the way you take it. Next, I'd like to introduce Beth Thames, Deputy State Director for United States Senator Sherrod Brown.
Good afternoon. Although Senator Brown couldn't be here today, he asked me to, of course, congratulate all of you who have made this day possible. I am delighted to be here to applaud Carlisle Brake and Friction's expansion plans and to celebrate this significant accomplishment. And I think with all of the negativity that we hear in the newspapers, it's always a real pleasure and a privilege to celebrate another victory for manufacturing in Ohio. I think all of us here know that manufacturing matters. It drives higher demand for other products and services, and perhaps most importantly, creates jobs. Success in manufacturing breeds more success. So please accept my congratulations on behalf of Senator Brown, and thank you to all of you who helped make this day possible.
The next lady I'd like to introduce, I refer to her as my little partner in crime because we're always getting into something. Bethany Dentler is the Executive Director of the Medina County Economic Development Corporation and wears another hat for Administrator of the Medina County Port Authority, and she was very instrumental in the project and the incentives. So Bethany, come on up.
Good afternoon. It's a little warm here today, so I'm not actually wearing the two hats that I have, but it truly is a pleasure to be here today to represent both the Medina County Economic Development Corporation and the Medina County Port Authority. There is nothing that an economic developer likes better than a groundbreaking ceremony. Because it's a sigh of relief, it represents the culmination of a tremendous amount of work behind the scenes. So we've had a great relationship with Carlisle Brake and Friction over the years. The company has been very gracious about opening their plant doors for tours with community groups, as well as meeting with our economic development team on a regular basis to keep us informed about the activities in their company and the industry. One such meeting occurred last year. It was considerably chillier, if I recall. And we learned of their impressive vision and plans for company growth, and we knew that we had to pull out all the stops to make that happen right here in Medina County. Putting together a package of assistance has truly been a collaborative effort from the City of Medina to the Medina County Port Authority, from Team NEO in our region to Jobs Ohio at the state. So I want to say thank you for that entire team for recognizing that manufacturing is the most significant business sector in Medina County, and we need to do all that we can to support these kinds of companies. Carlisle Brake is an exceptional representative of the manufacturing community in Medina. Their decision to expand operations here when they had a number of choices is a testament to the strength of our local business climate. You've already heard about the statistics on the new jobs that will impact our community, and I know that the renovations will truly make this facility an outstanding feature in Medina's primary industrial corridor. So on behalf of all the members of our economic development team from the city, the county, and the region, I want to express our deepest appreciation to Carlisle Brake for choosing Medina County to make such a substantial investment in our community. Congratulations, and we look forward to the ribbon cutting.
Always save the best for last. I know what I'm doing. Okay. The next person I would like to introduce is Christine Nelson. She's with the Team Northeast Ohio. She's the Vice President of Project Management and Site Selection. And as we mentioned in our comments, they were part of the incentive package.
Thanks, Kimberly. Good afternoon. On behalf of Jobs Ohio, the State Economic Development Agency, and Team NEO, their Northeast Ohio partner, it's my pleasure to thank Mr. Mesmer and Carlisle Brake and Friction for your continued commitment to Ohio. There's been a lot of very well-deserved thanks to the Carlisle companies, and I echo that. I would also like to add to that a thank you to the employees here who work hard every day at this to make this location a success. Carlisle's decision to invest in this plant is a testament to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. Okay, now, the next person I would like to introduce is someone that has been so dedicated to Medina and to the state, who works every day to make Ohio a better place to do business. Senator Larry Obhoff, who is our Ohio Senate President, if you could come on up, please.
And Kimberly just whispered that we have more paperwork for you, so I think today is a great day for Ohio and particularly for Medina. Since I joined the Senate, we've tried to focus on getting government out of the way, and I'm very proud of the fact that during that time we've cut taxes by about $5 billion, by more than any other state in the country. We've changed the way we do regulations as a state so that job creators like Carlisle can focus their efforts on making more of their product, getting that to market, hiring more people, and less time worrying about government red tape and regulation. So we've seen about a 46% decrease in new regulatory filings during that span. And I've actually challenged my colleagues in the state Senate and this General Assembly to each find a law or a rule or a regulation that's getting in the way of economic opportunity and repealing them. And we are well on our way to that. And I think you heard Ted talk a little bit earlier about the collaboration between the private sector and the state, and most particularly here, and relatively frequently because of the efforts of the mayor and Kimberly Marshall, the relationship and the collaboration between private sector employers and the city of Medina. And I don't think you can ask for a local community that works harder to make things easier for the people who employ our citizens. So I want to thank Kimberly, I want to thank the mayor and the county and everybody for working together on this, but most importantly I want to thank Carlisle. You heard earlier $45 million in investment at least 70 and potentially as many as 80 new jobs, and that's a big deal. That's a game changer for a lot of people in the city of Medina. That's 70 families that at this time next year will have a roof over their head and know that they're going to have a meal on the table tonight, and know how they're going to pay their bills, who right now might not be able to. And the ripple effects of that, as everybody knows, throughout the local economy could be, 2 to 1, 3 to 1 in terms of additional job creation. So I want to wish you the best, and thank you for choosing not just to expand, but for choosing Ohio, but most importantly, thank you for choosing Medina as the place to do it. And I have here, hopefully your last piece of paperwork today, a commendation from the State Senate. The abbreviated version of it reads as follows. On behalf of the members of the Senate of the 132nd General Assembly of Ohio, I'm pleased to extend special recognition to the Carlisle Brake and Friction Company on groundbreaking for its expansion of its Medina facility today, July 21st, 2017. The Carlisle Brake and Friction Company is deserving of high praise throughout its history, and as we heard today, that's 100 years of history. Its fine business has attained a noteworthy record of service to the Medina area, culminating in 150,000 square foot expansion that will create many new jobs. This manufacturer has enhanced the quality of life and the economic well-being within our community, and this worthwhile enterprise maintains its dedication to service and achievement, and it follows in a tradition of excellence that has long been its hallmark. It is thus with great pleasure that the Senate congratulates the Carlisle Brake and Friction Company on its groundbreaking, and we extend our best wishes for future success.
Okay, now I would like to introduce Bob Peterson, Vice President of Global Operations for Carlisle Brake and Friction.
Well, I don't have a lot to say because it's hot, and I think you guys want to all get back inside or start get these shovels to work. But as I was sitting there thinking about what we've done here, and I want to recognize a few people. In July of last year, I called Brian Soster, I called Brett Boron, and I called Steve Pileski to my office, and I said, hey, Ted and I have this idea. And that idea has culminated in this expansion. And I want to thank you guys. We put a lot of work in from July to October, refining that idea multiple times and getting it presented and getting it ready for the board. I really want to thank you guys for that effort, which has really resulted in this. So thank you very much. It was a great team win, and I'm excited for the entire Medina team. Thanks for the support here as well. The other thing that I want to make sure we would be remiss in talking about is Vera. Thank you for putting on a great event here. You've done a great job. And she wanted to make sure that I mentioned Tom Stewart because that was her right-hand man in making sure that we got everything done. So thank you, Tom. So at this time, if we could get the people, Vinod Kapoor, Lynn, Tom, and Ted from the Carlisle Corporation who are going to get our shovels, and the city representatives, let's go dig some dirt.